And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another special episode of Simply Awesome Podcast. And that's right, we're back. We're on a little hiatus, but now we're back better than ever. And I want to say this will be officially season 2, man. I know it's
Yes.
been a minute. I know we've been away. A lot of things done happened, within the past few months. Um, different changes in both our, lives as far as worlds and minds. Uh, just took a little mental break. Um, I know you guys didn't know, my father was dealing with some ailments. Saying he was in the hospital for a good 3 weeks. And thankfully he's back healthy, saying functioning. And um, I'm in a good mental space, I want to say now. Not gonna lie, Royal, saying it was nothing. I mean, he was trying to get us, back doing the podcast or whatever. But for me, I've been a little bit disconnected. Uh, Sorry, Royal.
It's okay. It's okay. Hey, right
I just
there, right
want
that
to,
time.
apologize to Royal, you know, for not trying to get the podcast up and running as soon as possible. But I was just going through a lot of stuff mentally. I don't know where you guys know uh, people, let's say elderly people, and as they get up there in age, saying they start to deteriorate, and saying their life expectancy, tends to go down. So you never know when the worst is going to happen. So saying, so that kind of beats at your head, beats in your mind constantly about like how close you are to losing somebody you care about a whole lot. And that, so I just want you guys to keep in mind as you get up there in age, and the people that you love get up there in age, to spend as much time with you, spend as much time with them as much as you can, and really embrace the moments and the time that you have, with them, saying on a day to day as much as you can. Just enjoy that time, and just be prepared for the worst. That means, getting life insurance for them, getting life insurance for yourself, and making sure that their health status is in tip top shape, at least on the health insurance side as well. So guys, just be on your P's and Q's, and just stay vigilant. The people that's in your life, the elderly people that's in your life, and make sure that saying they're good to go in all facets of life, whether it's in the present or on the other side in the future. You know, that's the message I wanted to bring out to each and every one of you guys.
Well said, co-host. Ain't no problem with the podcast made there. Look, it was not a lot of stuff I was actually report on for real during the
That
hiatus.
too.
To be for real, it wasn't really. I'm saying that you felt that I was pushing you to come back earlier than you should have. I'm sorry that you felt I was pushing that, but you took the time we needed. I'm glad you did. I'm glad Uncle's okay. Glad he's back in the house, back feeling better
Yep.
again. This has been a trying season. We're going into an even more trying season of the time now because it's fall going into winter, and it's the flu, it's more COVID, more pneumonia, more everything else going on right now. Countries are like, we're in a fucked up place right now.
Yeah.
Some stuff they got
To
better,
say
but
the
we
least.
still in a fucked up place right now.
Most definitely.
People really check it out for real, check it out in life. You know what I mean? Like unalive themselves. I mean, just disconnecting from the reality of the world because it's too much for some people. Whether that be drugs, check into a mental facility and other things that get them out of their mental space they're in right now, which we don't condone drug use. We do not condone that. We don't condone alcohol abuse either. Stay
Oh
healthy,
yeah,
stay
a
safe.
disclaimer, man. Well, not disclaimer, but uh, cautionary tale. Saying drug users, please be aware of the of the places where you're getting your drugs from. A lot of these drugs are being now laced with fentanyl, and that is really killing people who are active drug users. So Make
Yeah,
sure your
man. You
stuff
think
is
you
not
take your regular
laced, or
dose?
what I'm saying.
You think you take your regular dose
Go
got
to a reputable
supercharged.
source. Go to a reputable source for your drugs.
But there's people was going crazy for because if you're like say you're a regular heroin user and you get your heroin is laced with fentanyl, you take your regular shot and your shit supercharged and you going, you out of it.
And you're gone real quick, real quick. They even lacing people weed as well.
Yeah, man, that is true. That's
That's
very
foul.
true.
It's real foul. You
That's
never
what.
know what you're taking, man.
But again, man, that's why I stay away from drugs, baby. Stay drug free. Drug free
Me
is the way
too.
to be. Again, if you're going to do it, be safe. Be try to get a testing kit if you're doing some stuff, because
Yeah.
you can't trust it. All that shit is illegal. It's a dirty game, and try to be as safe you can and as best you can, whatever. But yeah, man, it's it's a lot going on. It's a whole lot going on right now. Man. What you want to
To
hop
say the
into
least.
first?
We can. Well, I want to get to the Henry Ruggs situation first because that's been a little bit pressing on my mind as well.
We can hop in that. We can hop right into that. Well,
All right.
go ahead.
So for those of you guys who don't know, Henry Ruggs was a superstar wide receiver for the Las Vegas Raiders. I want to say it was Tuesday, I believe Tuesday morning, whatever. He was driving home allegedly. He was driving and he hit somebody full speed and they died. But not only did he hit somebody and they died, he was under the influence. Not only that, uh, when he drove the car into the other car, he was going at a speed of 156 miles per hour.
I say he was on like 160, right?
Well, 156 miles per hour, 160.
Same thing, same goddamn thing.
That is fucking ridiculous.
That's super excessive.
That's excessive, ridiculous, and in a matter of seconds, because that irresponsible choice to drink and then drive, you know what I'm saying, costs not only a person's life, also a dog as well, but it also costs
it costs 3 people their lives.
It costs his career and his life, essentially, you know what I'm saying, and the people who he provides for life as well. It's senseless. People, if you're, you know what I'm saying, inebriated, please do not drive. You know what I'm saying? It's very unsafe. It can change the course of other people's lives, you know, for the worse. Man. And for that young man, you know what I'm saying, who was on top of the world, essentially. You talk about a young black man who you know what I'm saying, who had a promising career. He had millions and you know what I'm saying, he had one of those top-notch careers that people would dream for, and then all because of one split wrong decision, you know, saying he could be facing years in prison, and he also caused somebody's life to you know, end too soon, senselessly, you know, and we all as individuals have to make a better decision when it comes to alcohol and then driving as well. And we definitely have new technology to allow us to avoid those situations, you know, with Uber, Lyft, you know what I'm saying, still cab services and all these things. And I believe the Las Vegas Raiders also had drivers that, you know, saying he could use in that instance as well. So, I mean, like, please use all your resources before, you know what I'm saying, well, use your resources. Don't have a drink and drive. Put it like that.
This is a very sad story. I feel sad for the young lady that died. I feel sad for this young man and the woman that was with him that's also injured. He basically ruined a whole lot of lives. He ended that young lady's life. He ended his life the second he hit her. And he has the other young lady that was in his car injured. Like Elaine said, don't drink and drive. Take an Uber, take a Lyft, leave your car where it is. Come back in the next day.
Sleep in the car.
Like I said, take an Uber, take a Lyft. come
I
back there the
mean,
next day. Even if you get told, pay the towing fee and get it back. That's better than having to lose your life over a crash or ruin your life over that. He was doing a race, a NASCAR speed. It's not the Formula One. It's not NASCAR. He wasn't rally driving. It's on the street. You should never be going over 100 plus miles an hour on the street like that, especially while intoxicated. This young man ruined his opportunity. He was what, just 22, and he's doing
22, turning 23.
He's doing he got what, that's what, 2 or 3 felony charges, and he's doing jail time. Ain't no
Oh yeah, he's
staying
definitely doing
home.
jail time.
Oh, he's doing jail time.
That's going to happen. It's just a matter of how much.
That's what, vehicular homicide and some more shit tacked on with the drunk driver and all that other shit. So,
and he's a professional athlete, so I mean, just usually don't show
former professional athlete, he got fired. As soon as this came out, he's gone.
That too. But even with that said, just still probably not going to be lenient to that anyway.
Oh no, these families are going to follow him for the rest of his life. He's not going to be able to rent an apartment. Hopefully, he owns his home because nobody going to want to rent to him. Nobody's going to rent to him. Again, please make smart decisions when you're out and about and you have the resources to not have this situation happen. Again, if you think you're intoxicated or too drunk to drive, or you feel a little woozy or something, please take an Uber or Lyft home, or get a friend that's sober to take you home, or call a cab or anything else. Do not put yourself in this situation. Do not become a victim of this, and put yourself in a situation that can harm you or someone else like this.
Yeah,
it's sad all around.
Unfortunately, he became a cautionary tale.
Yeah,
unfortunate.
And it's crazy because it didn't have to be. We have Uber and Lyft. We have other things you use to not drive yourself home when you're intoxicated. Or have a designated driver. If you can't drive, have somebody come out and be a designated driver. Like, okay, I'm not drinking at all. I'll be the ride for the group or the person or whatever. But don't just think that you can drink and drive and just be cool. And that's not how it works. What is it, black alcohol with like 4 times the legal limit or some shit like that?
Not cool.
And apparently, I don't know if it's true now, but apparently I read he was at Top Golf and he did like 13 shots back to back when he was there. And some more shit. I'm like, what? Like, what?
It's just extremely irresponsible. I know he's a young man, but he's still an adult. Gotta make smarter decisions. And unfortunately, that decision really has wrecked his life and wrecked a whole bunch of lives, you know what I'm saying, because of that one bad decision.
Man, this is very, very sad. Like I said, many lives were changed and altered, and one life was, well, basically 2 lives were lost. His and the young lady, him to the jail, him because we're gonna lose years of life to jail. The young lady they killed because she's dead. But again, please make smart decisions, people.
Yeah. Also, that reminds me of also being able to add this to the list of topics. You know what I'm saying? The young lady who got killed by Alec Baldwin for the prop gun allegedly.
We can go into that real quick. We can go into that. I know this story well. Alec Baldwin is executive producer and starred in a movie called Rust. They had a fatal accident similar to what happened with Brandon Lee during The Crow, where there was a weapon on set and the weapon was not clear. There were not blanks in the gun. There were actual bullets in the gun. They were not blanks. And he shot the weapon, and one woman was killed. One woman was killed, and someone else was injured when the weapon went off. The armorer was, excuse me. The armorer that was on the film was not properly experienced with weapons. Whoever was handling the gun did not actually make sure the gun was unloaded. Mm-hmm. The sequence of handling the gun was very haphazard. They were complaining about conditions on the movie, saying people were not trained properly, things were not set up right. They were cutting costs. They were doing other bullshit. No one took the warnings that the cast gave as serious. No one took it. All the higher ups didn't they let it off like, oh, they're just being silly, whatever. They're just writing about stuff. These are serious work malpractice events that happen, very real negligence or dissent. Again, most people think these guns are prop guns. They're not prop guns. They're actual real guns with blanks in them most of the time. Now, blanks will give you, they look like real ammunition, but they're not. They're slightly different. You can tell the difference if you ever felt one. They're lighter. They're in a difference if you ever held a blank. The blank gives you the actual pop that you see come out the gun because the digital effect of the actual bullet shooting out the barrel is not real. It's not realistic when you do it in After Effects. So these real guns are blanks to get the realistic feel of an actual gun being fired. Now, what the armorer is supposed to do is make sure everyone knows the rules of safety, which is if the gun's unloaded, it's loaded. Make sure you treat the gun like it's loaded at all times. Point it down, do not muzzle flash anyone. Make sure you check the magazine and check the barrel to make sure there's no ammunition in there. And even when you make sure that it's for sure blanks in there, you carry the gun correctly. Someone didn't do their job. Well, a lot of people didn't do their job. From what I'm hearing from the people that were on the set and all these messages that have come out now, that most of the people didn't do their job. The handling of the gun wasn't actually handled by the armorer. It was handled by the armorer, then someone else, then someone else, then someone else. They had the Alec Baldwin, which is not how it's supposed to go. Most of the time, when the set goes from the armory and the armorer to the set, and everything is checked and pre-checked and double-checked again to make sure everything goes right, and then hand it to the actor or the stunt person that's supposed to get it. It's not supposed to pass through multiple hands openly like I did. Again, this is a very real tragedy. It's very sad, but this is something that could have been prevented. It should not have happened.
Yeah, because I mean, like, this lady was just doing her job, and next thing you know, she did. Like, think about you doing your job, next thing you know, it's over. And then your family has to deal with that, for the rest of their lives.
Yeah, everybody on set got to deal with that. Alec Baldwin got to deal with his murder. Alec Baldwin has to deal with. I was just shooting the movie. I was doing what I was supposed to do. Again, I don't think he checked the gun to make sure it was straight. But again, he's an actor. I blame whoever was in charge of the weapon, which is the armorer, and whoever else handled it to make sure that it was actually had blanks in there.
But not real ammunition. So it's common practice to have real guns and not prop guns in movies.
Okay, all right. When they shoot the action scene, prop guns they do these prop guns, but for what they were shooting, they're probably shooting actual shooting scenes where they have actual guns with blanks in them. But they make sure the guns are loaded until it's time to be on stage. They make sure the magazine they have is actually filled with blanks. Not real ammunition. Real ammunition is supposed to be nowhere near the set, nowhere on the set.
So, question. So, do you think there was an accident or you think there was a murder?
Well, it most definitely was a murder, but we don't know if it was. The person did, so we know it's a murder. We know it's a homicide. Now we don't know if it was accidental or. I'm thinking it's just negligence. From what I'm hearing from people that was on the set that spoken out of stuff, it's just pure negligence, inexperience and negligence on all party sides, except for the woman that was killed because she was innocent bystander and the other woman got shot. They were innocent, and the other person got shot. They were innocent bystanders. They didn't mean anything. But it's just pure negligence and ignorance.
So you think? So pretty much, from my understanding, it sounds like whoever loaded the gun is the person responsible for this.
Which would be the armorer, but we don't know if the armorer was actually on set that day. Because what I'm hearing, the armorer was having a problem with the whole thing. Like, I'm not experienced enough to do this or whatever. And they might not have been there. So I don't know if they were actually there for this. But if they were.
Clearly, there has to be one person who loaded the gun.
Well, no, that's not necessarily true. Because multiple people handled it, and somebody else might say, oh, this is the wrong magazine. Here you go, and switch it out or change something. Put actual rails in there. So we don't know who didn't do their job, but there's multiple points of failure on this.
So even before you shoot the gun, you're supposed to shoot it, like, you know what I'm saying, before the scene, right?
From
Well, when you do that, wouldn't that be practical?
from what I'm being told, they will. From what I know, from certain people I know in the industry, whatever, they take the gun and it's like I said, it goes from the armorer to the set. It's not supposed to be loaded until you're on the set, and the armorer's supposed to make sure that it's cleared, which means nothing in the magazine, nothing in the barrel, and then they make sure they give you the right magazine to actually go in the gun when you're shooting, because it's supposed to be just blanks in there. Again, no real, like, that's what they're real bullets in there, and that's what they're real ammunition on the set. There's no reason to have that on it. It's supposed to be just blanks. Like when you shoot a blank, it gives you like the blast of the, like it gives you like the film when they film it. It gives you the muzzle flash of a real bullet, but it's no projectile in there. Nobody's supposed to get hurt or nothing.
And my heart goes out to all the families, and prayers to them as well. Such a tragedy.
They just say hopefully they get more safety people on there, because this is something that could have been severely prevented. It should never happen. But again, it's people who ignore clear signs of negligence and clear warnings from crew saying, "Oh, this is wrong, that's wrong, it's not right. I don't feel comfortable with this," and just keep going. So hopefully we have more oversight.
100%. I couldn't have said it much better. Like, I definitely need more oversight, more checks and balances. There's something like that just can't happen. It just can't happen.
From what I'm seeing, the armorer says she's not ready to talk, but she said somebody sabotaged the gun. So if she gave it out with blanks and somebody else, because she wasn't the only one that had it. It was multiple people that had it before her that gave it to Alec Baldwin. So one of them or somebody else in the department put actual live rounds in the gun. Then yeah, whoever did that is, a lot of people are liable for this shit. The studio, the producers, yeah, a lot of people will go over and sue for this shit. And the armorer too, so we're gonna see what's gonna happen.
Mess. All right, bro. Next topic.
All right, let's go to let's do the volcano real quick.
Okay.
All right, the La Palma volcano is still going. We all don't know the Canary Islands, the thing is still going.
Oh yes, sir. They roast some marshmallows over there, shorty.
There's a 7 week of activity as we're going since September 19th. A lot of people's houses are gone because the ash and shit. Everybody's going to write them shits off.
Hey, Roy, man, you looking like a vampire, bro.
2,600 buildings have been basically wrote off. They're like, yeah, no more than that. It's new lava flowing. They might have a tsunami soon, apparently.
Possibly.
Yeah, possibly. This is a wild shit for the people of La Palma Island, man. Canary Islands is wild. So apparently they might have but they have a tsunami warning right now. So
what's about to break? Something about to break off in the ocean?
Maybe. We don't know. This shit is
man,
like
pressing them, man.
They have active live feeds of it exploding up on YouTube. So if you want to see it, go watch it. It is some wild stuff. Oh yeah,
is kicking in.
Yeah, for the people that don't know, Yellowstone is a goddamn volcano.
Real shit.
Yellowstone National Park is a volcano, and all that hot water spewing out, that's cool and all, but will erupt eventually one day.
So, Roy, do you think that dinosaurs were wiped out by volcanoes, or you think
from meteor?
You think it was a meteor by volcanoes?
It could have been both. Because it might have been multiple volcanoes erupted at once and a meteor hit the bam. Clear the ash, sun get hit, gone.
Man, prayers for everybody involved. I can't imagine, this is not even man-made. This is just this, nature's taking its course.
Mother
This
Nature, man.
nature taking its course, and we gotta respect our land, respect life. I mean, this is part of it.
Man, that's some crazy stuff. Let's see what else we got. All right, we did that. All right, let us go to. Let's go to Alpo.
You can see more to this than I can, but go ahead.
All right. For those of you that don't know, the infamous Alpo is deceased right now and got killed on Christmas. I mean, my bad. Halloween, 3 a.m. Halloween. My fault.
Damn, dog.
I was looking at something else just there.
I know we ain't fought in a minute, but dog.
I know. I had a brain fart right now. I was looking at something else. He was murdered on Halloween, 3 a.m. in Harlem. For those of you that don't know, the movie Paid in Full was about him and Rich Porter. Okay. Like I said, he's an infamous drug dealer up in Harlem. Like, dude is everybody knows the story. If you've seen Paid in Full, you know his story. He did 25 years.
Well, I understand he was a snitch.
Allegedly, again, I don't know if that's true. That's what the rumor is. I haven't seen any paperwork about that, but allegedly he was a snitch and he did kill Rich Porter. Killing Rich Porter is true, but the snitching is alleged. We don't know yet. Well, I don't know. I haven't seen anything to say he wasn't snitching. Where Street was, he was, but that's neither here there. The man got out and was living in Connecticut and was keep going back to Harlem. Oh. And he thought he would be slick and just ride around, nobody's gonna touch him, and he got. Mind you, we don't know who killed him or why. He had many enemies. Remember, he was in a drug gang, so he had many enemies, and he killed a couple of people. So yeah, his past finally caught up with.
Well, I mean, his
address was actually leaked. Was a day ago. His address was leaked. I don't know if anyone was there, but it was leaked online. Condolences to his family. Some people will say he got what he deserved. I'm not a street guy, so I can't comment on that. That's not my place to say. But it is what it is. You can't get away from the life you lived.
I mean, he kept on going back to to the place that had the bad energy, and apparently, saying you keep egging on, and things tragedy will come your way, unfortunately, based off essentially your negligence. You know what I'm saying?
Man, the streets don't forget. Let's say that the streets don't forget.
Streets don't forget, man. People don't forget.
And it's not like he
especially was, people who done wrong.
It's not like he don't have a pay. Like it was like, he was a great person. Well, I can't say he wasn't a great person. But I'm like, he wasn't a regular guy. He was in the streets for a while. And just because you did your time or whatever, and you come back, don't mean the streets gonna forget everything you did. People he might have double crossed, he might have did dirty, and everything that come with the street life came back to him. And again, I'm not saying he deserved anything he got. Some people will, but I won't because it's not my place to judge. But it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean,
I've been sorry for his family that just got him back and lost him again, but that's the way it goes.
Yeah, I mean, what I'm saying, they're in the street, saying go to jail, get out, trying to change your life, change your lifestyle. People who you're wrong, they might still have that vendetta against you, and if you put yourself in these situations to be, susceptible for people to harm you, then this is, unfortunately the result that you get. Instead of, hey, I made it out. Unfortunate, I'm back on the streets. Let me get out of this lifestyle as far as I can and not revisit it. Try to, move on and have, somewhat of a normal lifestyle.
I don't know why he went back. I don't understand that. Like, dude, you knew what your life was before you went to jail. and you knew what your reputation was on the streets. Why would you ever go back to Harlem again? Ever? Like he was constantly there, constantly there, and nobody did anything to him. And he was like, "Oh, why nobody touch him? Like, what touch him?" But he finally got. And that's I would have never went back. I would have never went back. I don't give a what was happening. I would have never went back.
Yeah, man. Some
I'm
people
like,
just
get me far away from there as I can. I don't want to be recognized. I don't want to be. Of course, you can, unless you're unless you're in a similar area, you don't know who he is. Unless you're certain know what pop culture he's from, you don't know who he is. Like
yeah.
unless
Some
you like
people just
entrenched
people
in it
just
or you like pay attention, you don't know who the hell he is.
some people just can't you know what I'm saying, let go of their ego. You know what I'm
That's
saying? At
true.
that point,
That's
it's the
true.
ego. You know, I'm untouchable. You know what I'm saying? I'm still the realest nigga out there. Like, nah. You know what I'm saying? At some point, you gotta, have that realization that, hey, this is my real life. You know what I'm saying? I'm here for a certain amount of time. I have this amount of loved ones who still care about me and who I still need to provide for and take care of. And instead of trying to prove yourself to some niggas who don't give a fuck about you, your living situation, the bills that you may have, and the people that you love in your life. You know what I'm saying? Your ego is driving you to go back to this false sense of like, hey, I'm better than you. Let me show you who I am. Like instead of you focus on you yourself and the people who are your day-to-day lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Those are the people that matter the most. Not proving that you're the biggest, baddest, toughest guy out there on the block. We all are humans. You know what I'm saying? We all bleed. I
I'm gonna
mean,
say this for the people that don't know: the streets do
ridiculous.
not love you. The streets do not love you. They're not gonna give you nothing back. You can love the game, be true to the game, you do whatever you want in the streets. The streets will not love you, will not show you no respect. They will not treat you right. Like, oh, I'm running the game, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Everybody have a season, everybody have a run. And once your run is over, what do you have left? If you're illegally in the streets, you do whatever you do, drug dealing, robbing, whatever, it's going to eventually catch up to you. You're either going to be dead, do a stretch, a short or long stretch, or be paralyzed. That's the outcomes you get. And Alpo did his time, did 25 years, came back, couldn't get the idea of being, I'm still a guy out of his head, and went back to where he was at. Like I said, if I was him, I would have said, okay, I did my 25 years. I served my time. I'm not going back there. Send me to the other side of the country, send me to the Midwest, send me anywhere else but where I was at. Because he was in Connecticut. That's like nowhere. That's like what, an hour or two away from New York.
Mm-hmm.
He right here, car ride away.
Pretty much.
That's a what? You get up at like 8, you there by 11, you in the city all day. If you right there where he was at. Like that makes no sense, but mind you, he was in witness protection. But again, if you want to go back to your own starting ground and you want to live like that, can't nobody stop you doing it. But again, I would have just said, fuck all that, don't put me nowhere near that. I'll live that life like a regular person. Nobody know me, but you want to be that guy so bad because you lost all of years of your life in jail. You want to reclaim it. And again, I don't understand it, but hey, it is what it is.
People are just true attention whores.
That's true. That's very true. All right, let's go to the this lady that had her apartment ransacked by her management. All right, so if you haven't paid attention, this is all over TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, everywhere. There's this young lady that has she had a 2-bedroom apartment with her kids or whatever, right? And she had it fully furnished. She left out of town, came back to get some coats or whatever for our kids because they was about to go out of town again. And she come back to the apartment, not the end of the day, it's completely empty. And so she's like, hey, what the fuck going on? She go to the management office. They're like, oh, call the police, call the police. And she's like, no, all my shit is gone. What's going on? You don't know anything about this. So what happened was there was an apartment, a floor above her that was supposed to be emptied out. Like she had 1348, this was 1448. And so he emptied out her whole apartment. Her beds, nightstands. Like, you know how we go to an apartment, it's empty in there, there's nothing in there.
They empty their shit.
That was her apartment. She had no food in the fridge, no beds, no coats, no clothing, no shoes, no books, nothing. TV's gone, nightstand gone, entertainment system gone, your laptops, iPads, everything gone.
So they mistakenly
emptied her apartment.
That's a check. That's a check.
Bro, I would she should have called. If I was her, I would have called the police like they said, like, okay, all my stuff. But the thing is, there were no signs of entry to her apartment. So management had to be the one to do it because the door wasn't busted, windows wasn't busted, lock wasn't out of place. Like, she unlocked her door like she usually do, and nothing was in there.
Oh.
And then management was like, "Oh, we don't know what happened. Look, that's a lawsuit. I need all that money."
I need all that. She about to get. She get everything upgraded now.
Bro, boy,
she about to own her apartment.
Hopefully she had renter's insurance like she was supposed to have. Because that shit comes out about, boy, oh my God, boy, that's a lawsuit right there.
She about to own that apartment.
I need everything back and triple.
She about to own that apartment. I feel bad for her in the short term, but long term, she gonna be all right.
I'm pretty sure all her stuff was but like they estimated at $32,000. I'm pretty sure her stuff was worth more than that. Man. Depending on what she had. Mind you, she had a queen size bed for her, a queen size bed for her kids, nightstands, TV stands, whole dresser sets, couches.
I paid $20,000 for that. Yeah, $40,000.
Couches, a whole dining room set, a whole like kitchen equipment, pots, pans, dishes, silverware, all that other shit.
I want all
clothes, shoes, social security cards, birth certificates.
Mail. I thought that I paid for. I paid like $100,000 for that, $200,000 for that. She got all that money.
Imagine if she had all her social security cards and stuff in a safe, and the safe is thrown out too. What she probably did, which probably was.
Hey, if that happened. I had a safe. No, I had a safe too.
and all that's going.
Oh yeah, I had a safe too. Yep, that's right. I need that too.
Because most people, like, if you don't keep it like in a bank safe deposit box, you keep it like you have a home safe. We keep like a fireproof safe where you have like a social security card, birth certificates, important medical information, something like that. So just in case I have you grab the little safe and get up out there, have all your information. When I'm over burned down, you can still get your stuff. But
she about to remember. She about to do a whole bunch of remembering the things she had.
If they throw the safe away, it's nothing you can do right now. Like, at least if it burned, you can say, "All right, collect the safe again." The safe going, they don't recover that.
Oh, they owe her. They gotta give her an apartment building.
I hope she sued the shit out of it.
Yes.
She's
about to rack up.
I'll be so heated.
It sucks right now, but it's going to end up being a blessing for her.
Hopefully.
Prayers to that lady.
Yeah, prayers to that lady. Let's get this sports news real quick. Hold up. Let's get to this high school real quick. This winning game real quick. Now this shit is wild. I've never heard about nothing like this. There's a high school team in California. They had a game, I want to say last weekend, and they won a game 106-0, blew the team out. The other team said they should stop playing, stop running up the clock. Stop running the ball.
No.
Stop doing
It's not my
fault. The clock out. Like, I'm like, it's not my fault, y'all bubs.
It's not my fault. Yeah, exactly. It's not my fault.
Y'all
My
bubs.
team
Y'all
is
can't
better
play.
than yours. Last I checked, the game not over until 0-0-0. So y'all better. It's not my fault that y'all suck.
The quarterback threw for 13 touchdowns. If he threw for 2 more touchdowns, he would have beat a record, tied a record that's been up since 1921 for passing the state. I'm like, God damn. 106-0. Y'all can't catch a field goal or nothing. Y'all can't get nothing. Nothing.
They must have ain't been fed, yo. They ain't been fed that fat back and the greens and the corns. They on. They must be vegans.
That has to be demoralizing as a team. You playing another team that's like, bro, when they beat y'all by 106-0. Like y'all ain't stopping or no plays. Y'all ain't stopping nothing.
They vegans. They all vegans. They got vegan kids. That's what it sounds like.
Mind you, Team One is on their way to the championships. Team One is on their way to the championships.
Boy, I tell you.
like I said, I'll be real disappointed if I was on the other team. I'm like, damn, we suck. We suck.
Dang, I don't know. If you the coach, do you quit? Or
Coach the other team?
No, I'm saying if you're the one that's losing by that much, do you just call it quits? Like, and what was this team?
What plays do you say? If they are 50-something, y'all.
Well, also, it gotta be the coaching because at one point, I mean, you get the ball back. At some point, you just gotta be running the ball. Run the clock out.
You gotta do something. You gotta do something as the other team. Like you can't. Again, they couldn't get a field goal or nothing. They couldn't get 3 points. I'm not supposed to say a field goal. They couldn't get 3 damn points.
But even still, 100 points. Like at some point, your team has to make a stop here to even a fluke. You get a good few 10 fluke plays a game but to give them 100,
106 is it.
That's kind of tough.
That's a terrible blowout, bro. That's a terrible blowout.
I won't blame the player. I won't blame coaching because ain't no way my team losing by 100 points.
That was some terrible shit, bro. All right, let's go to the Braves win the World Series.
Yeah, congratulations to the Braves.
I would have never guessed that shit. I watched it. I would have never guessed that shit.
Well, I mean, back in the 90s, the Braves usually did have pretty good teams, especially pitching.
Yeah, but they had a good team since like 95?
Yeah, 94, I think that was when they won the World Series, 95, 98, something like that. With Chipper Jones and John Smoltz and Tom Glavine, all them boys. But the Braves,
congrats to them, man. Congrats to them. I did not expect it, but congrats to them. They did their thing.
Congrats to Atlanta. I know they still sour about when Tom Brady fixed them up real quick. I know they still salty.
But they said we got a winning team right now. Don't worry about that shit.
Yeah, but I mean, World Series is a World Series, but it's not like it's the Super Bowl.
But it's still
but congratulations to Atlanta Braves, man. And how fitting, saying beating the Houston Astros were, some cheaters.
Yeah. Let's talk about Odell and the Browns, man.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. He's in a second place. Say the least. He's in a second place.
The Browns, they want to get rid of that man. It's not him as Baker. We all know it's Baker Mayfield, man.
It's Baker.
We know it's Baker. Yeah. Odell is great. We know it's Baker.
It's Baker.
Baker's either overthrowing or underthrowing that man.
Overthrowing, underthrowing, or not looking his way. It's ridiculous. He's really sabotaging a star wide receiver. Like, he's the reason that's going to make you look good. Like, why would you not get him the ball? Why would you not force feed him the ball if he's the best, one of the best wide receivers in the league? Because Baker feels as though he needs to be the reason why the Browns are successful. You know what I'm saying? He has to be the reason. He doesn't want Odell to essentially make it seem like he made Baker. I think it's that type of hate really that's going on, and it's unfortunate. And now the coach is saying that Odell's not on the team or whatever.
He's saying stay home practice. He basically not on the team no more. We don't want you here, bro.
Well, he don't want to be here. I mean, it sounds like. I mean, are you going to cut him? I mean, you can cut him. They own that money. They're going to try to trade for him. They got to pay him.
They're going to try to trade for him. No, they probably going to ask for too much. They're going to ask for too much.
I mean, the trade deadline is over. So, I mean, they could have traded him, but, I mean, the trade deadline is over. So now you could have got something for him, but now you're talking about what potentially cutting him, and then you're gonna lose money. I mean, it's egregious. It's a mess. I don't understand it. I feel bad for Odell, but I mean, hopefully if they do cut him, he can go to the best situation, maybe New Orleans.
Odell need to go somewhere that's better for
maybe
him.
maybe Green Bay, maybe LA to the Rams.
Cleveland wasn't a good fit for that man. I understand why he went there. I understand why he went there, but it was never a good fit for him.
He didn't want to be in Cleveland. He never wanted to be in Cleveland. Nobody. I mean, if you're a free agent, Cleveland's not a sexy pick unless they give you a whole bunch of money. To be honest,
that's the thing. The system wasn't built for him there anyway. So
I mean, it's a running team. I mean, essentially, what he's supposed to do is be able to, be that deep threat for Baker once they pack in the box. But Baker, he just doesn't seem to be fixated on getting him the ball for whatever reason. So
man, Baker's doing Baker. Baker's doing Baker, and it's not looking great.
And it's not looking great. It's not looking great. But
it is
for the Ravens, though.
Hopefully, Odell land on his feet somewhere, man.
Yeah, man. That's Odell, man. But I would say on football, Aaron Rodgers.
Oh yeah, we got the Aaron Rodgers, man. This man a whole damn trip. This man is a whole goddamn. This boy is a liar, and I can't stand him. I'm mad I ain't with no Bitcoin, but that's not the only reason I'm mad.
Oh yeah, you're a little better. You're a little better.
A little better. But it's cool. It's cool. Aaron Rodgers out here talking about I'm immunized, but I ain't take no vaccine. The only way to be immunized is to take the vaccine. That don't make no sense. That's an asymmetrical statement.
Pretty much. Aaron Rodgers out here wilding.
He a wild boy.
Hopefully, I mean, but with that being said, Stephen A. better have the same energy you have for Kyrie.
I want to hear what
they better have the same energy. That energy better be the same.
He better have that same
energy. That energy better be the same for the white man as the same way you have for the black man. Better see the same energy.
Yes.
It's fucking ridiculous. Ridiculous. But shout out to Aaron Rodgers, though, man.
Shout out to Aaron Rodgers.
He came through with the Bitcoin, man. He's a good man.
We got one more sports story. That's an RP that we have to talk about. Former Baltimore Colts, Tom Mack, has passed away today.
Oh wow! Rest in peace, Tom. Is Tom Matty?
It's Matte. I don't know if it's Matt or Matty. I would say Matt.
Yeah, Tom Matty.
Tom Matty. All right.
Man, shout out to him.
Shout out to him, man. Good player.
Rest in peace. One of the great players.
Oh damn. All right, let's go. We're going into let's see. I'm talking about that. Let's go to international news right now.
All right. Worldwide, baby.
Yeah, well, we have 3 different international stories. 2 from around the world, 1 from out of this world. We will get to that. The first international story is about Sudan. For those of you that don't know, was a little while ago, Sudan had a coup where the government was taken over and destroyed. And it was a military coup, and now the government controls Sudan. I mean, the military controls Sudan. Mm-hmm. There is no Sudanese government right now. It's under military control.
Yeah.
Which is crazy as shit to see a coup happen like that in real time. But it is what it is. It's the way of the world, baby.
Yeah, man. Apparently, these countries are, people within these countries, they're fighting for whatever they believe in. And apparently, there's not really going to be too much law and order as people get more nuanced and they learn more about technology and ways to overthrow different governments. And the unfortunate thing, saying is that, we got to always worry about copycats.
Yeah,
And
well, military coups aren't anything new. I don't think it's the first one. This ain't gonna be the last one either. But the thing is, a military coup, how do you defend against a military coup? Because you gotta fight your own army with somebody else. Now, this is not the whole army, this is a faction of the army. So how do you fight? Like if one of the top generals say, all right, I'm splitting off, he got his whole group behind him. How do you fight off a top general in the army? When you say, hey, rest of the army fight this, and you're like, I respect that guy. Well, what am I supposed to do? Or if he's a leader of the army that's right below you, what the fuck you gonna do? Like, hey, other army, like we follow this guy's order, but I'm above him. You follow my orders. Like it's a conflict and all this other stuff. So how do you fight the army with the army?
it's a mess. I mean,
That's
it's
a
a mess.
wild shit.
It's a mess, man.
And,
And
if they kick you out, what you gonna do? Like, you're the prime minister or whatever, and they like, no, get the fuck out of here. What you gonna do?
hey, look, everybody, all over the world, if you're, if you're old enough and you're able to legally obtain weapons, please do, because we're living in different times and people are about that life. Whether you're really about that life or you're not about that life, they about that life. Put it like that.
Like they literally arrest the prime minister and no, get the fuck out of here. We run this shit, man.
Yeah, man. You gotta protect yourself at all times.
But hopefully the people of Sudan figure this shit out. The government actually gets back in place and this coup could be turned around, man.
It's I don't know how, man, but it is the saying war. It's all about war and civilizations and people trying to gain power in the world, trying to express some type of world dominance.
Yeah, man. Yeah. All right. The second international story we have is Ethiopia. Apparently, there is a state of emergency over in Ethiopia against the Tigray forces threatening the capital. Apparently, it's been a year-long war over in Ethiopia. I ain't heard nothing about this between the Ethiopian government and the Tigray forces. Was wild because again, I've never heard anything about this until just now. How they have a year-long war in Ethiopia and we ain't heard jack about this?
Yeah.
All right, so
They
probably
had
about to have
Iraq.
a big fight over there in the camp. This is going to be some wild shit. Man, prayers of people in Ethiopia, man.
Man, prayers to them.
Stay up.
Times
Stay
have
up
definitely
houses, man.
changed,
It's
man.
wild.
Times have definitely changed. People are going all in for what they believe in.
That's very true,
And
man.
it's good, but it's also bad.
Man, it's gonna be some a mess, a whole mess.
Yeah, but this is where we live.
Our third international story is happier, very much light story, which I'm glad about.
Oh yes, sir.
We got a word from our space station listeners that we finally have space peppers now. We have green peppers growing in space. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So we're about to get some fajitas.
Yes, sir.
For
He is in
Taco
space, baby. You know it. You know it.
I'm saying we're about to get a real, spaceship Chipotle. You feel me?
But no, this is very good, very, very happy news that they've actually grown vegetables in space.
Yeah,
this is one of the breakthroughs we're waiting on.
So that means that it's a step in the right direction.
Is that the right direction for space travel?
To see whether we can actually live life in different planets, right?
And it's a way to get a food source.
Yeah, food source. I mean that's how you start life. So you need nourishment.
All right, so far we know that they've grown lettuce, radishes, and now this daggone green chili pepper, which is crazy. So now they can't have Taco Tuesday in space. Yo, they actually do have a picture of them with tacos in space.
Oh wow. I told you, man, Taco Tuesday.
They use a fajita beef, rehydrated tomatoes, artichoke, and the chilies from the chilies that they grew in the little thing. So they really did have Taco Tuesdays in space.
Yes, sir. I told you, man. Taco
Tuesday in space. Man. Wow. These peppers really look good as shit too. These peppers look really good. Hold on. Let me share the screen so our viewers can see this. Hold on. As y'all can see, this is the chili. Look at this boy
I
grown in
see.
space. Grown in
Other
space.
chilies in a Papa John's pizza box.
And here's a space taco. Look at it, y'all.
Taco
Space taco.
Tuesday.
That's the fresh pepper there. That's the fresh pepper. Green is the fresh pepper.
I ain't gonna lie, that look pretty good.
Those
That's
peppers
the
in
tacos
space.
you need.
Those peppers in space.
The peppers dancing in space. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's
man. Taco Tuesday, man. Look like a nice happy hour in space. Might need a, I don't know, might need to spend a billy to go up space. See what the tacos hitting for.
Well, you got that Billy, brother. Go right ahead.
No. You got it. You got it.
I wish. I
mean, hey,
I spent a billion to
provide for 15 baby mothers.
Bro,
I suppose you
if I had a billion, I'm not spending to go to space. I'll spend that money to buy land and resources.
In the space, yes.
Okay. On to some more local news. Well, local as in nationally. We have the trial of Kyle Rittenhouse going on. We all don't know that was a young man, was it last year, that went up to a protest rally for Black Lives Matter, took a AR-15, which he didn't legally have because he wasn't allowed to have one, and shot up 2 or 3 people, killed someone, and police did nothing. He stood there and the police did nothing. They really didn't get him to the next day. Mind you, they were there when this happened.
Yeah. Then they take a selfie with him? Damn.
Yeah, earlier in the day, they did take a selfie. They could tell themselves a little earlier in the day. Nobody checked his ID to see if he could legally own that gun. Mind you, he crossed state lines to do this. He wasn't in his state.
It's ridiculous.
He wasn't legally carrying his weapon, and he wasn't legally allowed to carry that weapon because he wasn't old enough to purchase it.
It's ridiculous, and it shows how little law enforcement, cares about people of color. It was a person of color. He had been shot dead.
Yes, they didn't give a damn. They did not give one damn about it.
Fucking ridiculous.
Hopefully this man actually gets life without parole. Don't let him off free. Don't let him get a reduced sentence. No, he deserves life in prison with no possibility of parole.
He needs to be set down. Set him down
permanently.
I'm really against the lethal ejections, man. Let these people ride in jail. Let them live what they did for the rest of their life.
I'll say we come with that. Let's go to the next story. Okay, there was a woman arrested in Chicago's O'Hare Airport for conspiring to kill her mother and place her in the body in a suitcase.
Wow.
So this woman was planning with her boyfriend to kill her mother and stuff her mother in a damn suitcase.
Just randomly?
No, that's what they want to do. Thankfully, they didn't get a chance to do that. Oh shit, they did kill her. Oh damn.
Yeah, that would sound like to me.
Oh, they did. Oh, I didn't read it. They did kill. They killed her ass. God damn. They murdered her ass.
Oh wow, this is a blooper.
All right, my bad. They murdered the mother.
Well, that what it sounds like, Royal. I mean,
they murdered the mother, right? They traveled to Bali and murdered the mother. They went to
this woman's mercy.
They went to jail and they were sentenced to 10 to 18 years in prison. They were extradited. They were deported to USA. But the woman was the daughter was extradited to deported to USA. The boyfriend is doing 18 years in Indonesia.
Yeah. So
that's a wild. Why would you listen to your girlfriend and try to kill her mother? What the fuck kind of stupid shit are you on?
Yeah, I don't understand. What, they just wanted to kill her, just to kill her?
I guess so.
She was annoying.
I'm like, you on
like
your
usually,
own. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Usually when people kill people, it's for a necessary cause. Like I can see if now I mean they want to kill her for life insurance money. That kind of makes sense. But you just want to kill somebody.
We don't know why.
Why? Maybe. I mean, of course we don't know, but that's what it sounds like. Me.
And they tried to hire somebody to kill a mother for money. I don't know why they killed her. I don't say why they killed her, but they killed her ass. This is a wild, like, why the fuck would you?
Were they from Florida or New York or?
No. I don't know where they were from.
These people. I mean, please, everybody, focus on your mental health. Any negative thoughts, or you have thoughts of killing people unnecessarily, please don't act on them.
People, if you're sitting there with other action to kill somebody, walk away from them. Don't entertain it. I'm like, baby, calm down. We can talk about it later. And then get your ass as far away as you can and call the police on their dumb asses. Because you don't want to say, hey, you were in the conspiracy. No, I called the police. I was not conspiracy with nothing. I called the police. I left and I called the police. Because they're going to say, I told them about it. They knew about it. If you don't say that, you're a co-conspirator. Yep. You are a co-conspirator. And if they go through it with it, you know what we sit there like, I didn't do nothing. Like, well, you didn't do nothing, so you in jail because you didn't do nothing. So call the police, call the authorities, get away from them, and do not let them. If you can, try to stop them, but don't sit there and listen to that bullshit. Get away.
Get away.
Yeah. Don't go along with it. Just try to calm them down. Say, hey, calm down. We can talk about it. Then get the car. Try to say, hey, I'm going to the store real quick. Get the fuck out of there. Get the fuck out of there.
Get out of there, man. But don't drink and drive, though.
No, do not drink and drive. Do not drink and drive.
Don't drink and
drive. There has been a jury selected for the murderers of Ahmaud Arbery. The jury consists of 11 white members and 1 black member of the jury.
Fucking ridiculous.
It was a 2.5 week selection process.
Fucking shame.
And the judge said the defense appeared to be discriminatory, selected the jury, but the case will go forward.
Fuck.
A quote from the judge says,
that "This case can't go forward, man. That can't go forward."
Let me get a quote from the judge. The quote says, "This court has found that there appears to be intentional discrimination, but the case will go forward."
It can't go forward. That's ridiculous. That's not fair. That's not a fair trial at all. So it'll be a jury of your peers. Pretty sure, what is it? 11 white men, 1 black man. That's not a fair trial of a jury of your peers.
So apparently the judge was like, okay, let me hear why he struck down all the 16 other alternate jurors or whatever. And apparently they struck them down for valid reasons that had to go beyond race, but we all know it was race-based. Come on now.
It was race.
Hopefully this case is not thrown for a loop real quick. When it sounds like it is, but hopefully it's not. We'll see.
The fix is in, dog.
Yeah, the fix is in. But hopefully
that's intentional. That's egregiously intentional.
Give me 1 minute. Let me talk about what you want to talk about. I'll be right back.
Well, clearly Royal is incapacitated. He must be talking to one of his baby mothers, or maybe 2 of his baby mothers. Who knows? But at this time, man, we just want to shout out to our first time listeners, second time listeners, and everybody who's always been keeping up to date with some of y'all's podcasts. We really love each and every one of you guys, especially overseas as well, from Australia to Canada, Mexico, Singapore, and all over the world. Everybody who's been listening on the Anchor app, especially, we want to send a special shout out to you guys as well for rocking out with us. Um, for hey, it's a year, year and some change, and we just want to give you guys some more content as we usually do. Sorry again for the hiatus, but it was much necessary to get my mental together, and as well, I'm pretty sure Rose getting his mental as well. Um, Life happens to each and every one of us, and also we just wanted to figure out ways to give you guys some new content and give give new perspectives and bring new voices onto the podcast as well, and give you guys a better listening and viewing experience from this point forward. Uh, we're not new to this, but we're just constantly trying to revamp ourselves and trying to be as consistent as possible. Uh, Definitely in these day and age in the digital space, trying to be consistent is one of the biggest things that we're trying to do currently. And I think we're moving in the right direction. Um, and that's why it's a new season, new us, essentially. So
Yes, sir.
season
Yes,
two of the
sir.
Simply Awesome podcast, man.
All about
Round of
consistency.
applause for us. There. World's back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My man had to take a quick little break real quick and drain that main vein.
Oh man.
All right, let's do two more stories and get up out of here real quick. All right. Okay, this is something I predicted a while ago that we predicted would happen a little while ago, and it's starting to happen now. Hospitals turning people away.
Yeah.
All right, right now, hospitals in Colorado can turn patients away amid the COVID-19 surge. They literally can say, because the hospitals really have capacity, they can say, yeah, we're not taking no more people in. Yeah, go somewhere else. Which is crazy as hell. But they can do that now.
Yeah, man. COVID is a real thing. These hospitals are again filled up, not only just with COVID, with different life situations. Definitely a bad time to be sick.
Yes, it
bad
is.
time to be sick. So you just gotta find a way to maintain your health, man. Just eat right. Saying drink a lot of water. Just really be up to date with your health, man, because these hospitals aren't gonna necessarily make it easy for you to get back to health. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy part is not their fault.
Not bashing the hospital, but I mean I'm just talking about realistically.
Yeah.
What I'm saying, what it is. So it's gonna be difficult, very hard for you to get the necessary help that you need. So rather than saying, I know a lot, life happens, some things unavoidable, but much you can take care of your own personal health, please advise for you to work out daily, eat clean foods, drink plenty of water, man, and socially distance from people, but also know when to get out, go outside, get your fresh air. Saying we all need light, we all need uh, some type of outdoor activity as well. Being active as well. That's part of your health and wealth as well.
Yeah. We got one more story, and then we're gonna get about it. Let's see. Okay. All right, we got the Republicans blocked the second voting rights bill in the Senate. as you know, the last couple of years we've had voting rights stripped away from us legally through the law. Like they repealed the Voting Right Act, which is very much so needed to make sure that people actually go out and vote. Because they're putting things in place like you need an ID, you need this, you need that, you need this, you need shows. Basically, because some older people don't have their birth certificates. Some older people don't have certain documents they need to actually show who they are. People know they are, but they don't have certain documents to show that they're in place to show who they are now.
Right.
And they put all these stops and gaps in there to make so, oh, you can't vote, can't do this, can't do that, and actually create a voting fraud where it's not in place. Hopefully, we actually get a second Voters' Right Act because we do need it. Because we see without it how these laws are being repealed, how there's like, oh, we're going to repeal this or repeal that, so people can't vote. Mind you, it was a big thing, like, oh, what's voting for? There was no case of voting for it. And if it was done on the Republican side, not the Democratic side. That's the crazy part.
Yeah.
Like, oh, let's vote for it. It's them voting double time. It's them having dead people vote. It's all this other shit that they said it was going to happen. It didn't happen, or the side that was saying it was going to happen. It's wild, right?
It's wild. I mean, it's the reason why, DC is not a state because, saying the Republican Party is going to, lose, 2 senators essentially. So that's going to shift the balance of power. But that's neither here nor there. Ultimately, I want to say we just need to ratify a lot of these laws. A lot of these, times have changed.
Man, we these assholes
so these laws have to be updated. Repeat that.
We need these assholes to stop fucking shit up and stop making it so regular people getting fucked over, man. I don't know if who your risk constituents are, man. Let these people do what they're supposed to do, man. Stop trying to block regular people from voting, man.
And do your fucking job. Do your fucking job. Your job is to make sure the country is running at tip-top shape, and you're supposed to help the people who are struggling within this country. You don't make shit harder for us. You're supposed to make things easier for us to be able to live. You're saying that to at least have an opportunity to live a great lifestyle. Having a nice job, a nice, well-paying job, and be able to have a livable wage, so that you maintain for years on years, and hopefully you attain enough wealth to pass down to the next generation, so you can keep on amassing, live like how essentially the rich people live, right?
Yeah. Let me just say this:
everybody just want an opportunity and a chance, to live life, to the best of their abilities, to the right way.
Yeah, let me just say this: our senators and congressmen need to stop being, bitches about what they're doing, man. If you had the power, push that shit through. Stop compromising and do all this bullshit. When the Republicans had their power, they didn't compromise on shit. They wasn't bipartisan. It was like, we push this shit through. We're gonna fuck what y'all doing. Do you like them to push that shit through? Fuck them. They won't vote for it. Fuck them. They won't vote against it. Fuck them. Do everything you can to try to be reasonable, whatever. But if not, push the shit through. I'm tired of this bullshit. Don't let this little bullshit ass motherfucker start attaching like, oh, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing this. And hold shit up all day long because they're not getting their fucking way.
Hey, man. It's not because the people in Congress not losing their money. They're not losing their homes and, the life insurance and, health insurance, all their different benefits. You're holding up people who live fucking working at McDonald's and shit and trying to make ends meet, trying to provide for the kids. You know what I'm saying?
Let me just say this as a last point. Vote these motherfuckers out. Vote them out. See who is voting on what, because they have a registration online. You can see who voted for what in Congress and the Senate. Look those people up that's in your district, that's representing you, and vote these motherfuckers out there voting against your self-interest. You can see who is and who isn't voting against your interests as far as the bills they pass or deny or voted for or against. Your next election, local election, county election, vote these people the fuck out because they ain't doing their damn job.
Yeah, we need to vote more younger. We need to vote younger and with more people of color. That's that's where we're going to see the change at. We keep letting these old white motherfuckers who are fucking racist and don't give a fuck about people, especially people of color. You still keep on voting them year in year out. You know what I'm saying? We're still gonna be in the same fucking place that we've been in for the past 50, 60 years.
Well, it's not just the old one, but it's the young ones too.
Oh, we see, yeah.
And it's not against all people that are conservative, all people that are Republican, but most of these people that are doing this are conservative Republicans. Let's just say it.
Yeah.
I say that all of them, but the majority of these people that are voting against these laws that help most people are conservative Republicans. And there's nothing wrong with being conservative. There's nothing wrong with wanting a smaller government, wanting to be less hands on stuff, less handouts, whatever. But you screw people over for shit. You really screw people over for no reason.
Right. I mean, it's only because that they don't have to deal with it. It's not their reality, so they don't give a fuck about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of them have been, living privilege. And not everybody's been able to have the luxury of having maybe being born into wealth. You know what I'm saying? Born into position for them to be successful.
It's very true. It's very true. Let's see. I think that's it. Oh no, we got one more thing. They are. Let me see if they're approving it. Let me see. Let's see. Okay. All right. It is approved. Okay. All right. So they have approved the vaccine for children 5 through 11. Previously, it was approved for everybody 12 and up. Now it's approved for kids 5 through 11. They're starting to roll out the shot soon if they haven't already rolled out. A lot of kids are getting sick. A lot of kids have caught COVID this school year. It's passing through school very frequently. This is good news for the young kids. Hopefully, they get their shots. For all the ones that haven't already caught COVID.
Yeah. So I mean, it's good news. Any way that you can protect yourself from this virus, I definitely recommend for you to protect yourself. And there's no this to people who do not want to be unvaccinated as well. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, please protect yourself at all times. Whether you're vaccinated or not, please wear your mask. Please socially distance as much as possible. And it just also we just need for people to respect each other's decision, whatever they choose to do. But we also gotta be aware of our surroundings, and you just gotta saying protect yourself. You have to protect yourself as as much as possible. Granted, we share space with others, but at the end of the day, it's your body. You know what I'm saying? So you do your due diligence to get all the information provided for yourself, and before you'll take anything, and I'm saying hopefully you make the decision what's best for you, and understand uh, why you're doing this, and understand the risks involved. Just be informed before you take anything in your body. And for you, you just need to know that you're okay with whatever the results may be. And what I would encourage for people to do is do the safest route to help fight off this virus. So whatever you feel is necessary, I believe it's a good thing. So
Your body, your choice. Do what you feel is right for you, but do not put others at risk, unnecessary risk when you don't have to.
Unnecessary risk.
Do
Correct.
not take ivermectin. It's not. Do not take the horse or cattle ivermectin unless they have one prescribed by doctors for people, but don't take the horse and the cow one thinking, oh, I'm gonna take something that does not work. That's not how that works. That's not how that works. Don't listen to these groups. That's not how that works.
And please stop taking Lysol. That doesn't work.
Don't drink bleach. Do not drink bleach. I know people still out there drinking bleach. Do not drink bleach.
Or Tide Pods. Yeah. Don't do those.
I know it's funny when people are out here drinking bleach, it's going to cure them. No, it's not. You're going to fuck your insides up.
It will. It'll cure something. It'll cure the headache is from the world, you being stupid.
All right, man. Let's wrap this up.
Oh, my God. All right, man. We're opening to season 2 of the Simply Awesome podcast. Want to thank each and every one of you guys for tuning in. Shout out to my co-host Royal. You know what I'm saying? We've been rocking for a year.
Yes,
we're back better than ever, baby. And we're gonna keep the ball rolling, and we're gonna keep you guys entertained, bring you guys new content as we always do. Shout out to our first-time listeners, last-time listeners, everybody overseas. There's new energy, you know what I'm saying, new us, new season, season 2, you know what I'm saying, get ready for more. And we love each one of you guys, man. Not gonna hold you guys too long. Bid you adieu, farewell, arrivederci, all that good shit, man. The Simply Awesome podcast. We out.